Picture this. You're 65 years old. You've worked hard for 40 years, and it's your last week of work before retirement. You've saved a $500,000 nest egg, and you plan to spend about $4,000 per month to maintain your lifestyle. Social Security will give you $2,300 per month, so you still need $1,700 every month from your savings to cover your bills and enjoy your retirement. The question is, how do you structure your investments to provide that income reliably and still grow your money for the future? This is where many retirees get stuck. They wonder, should I just leave my money in the stock market? Should I move everything into bonds or cash? The problem is, doing either one of those can be dangerous. If you stay too aggressive and the market drops early in retirement, you might be forced to sell investments at a loss to pay bills. If you go too conservative, your money might not grow fast enough to keep up with inflation. This is why so many people fear running out of money. It's not just about how much you have, it's how you withdraw and structure it. According to Fidelity's 2023 retirement analysis, 48% of retirees risk depleting their savings early if they rely on fixed withdrawals and don't adjust during market downturns. Hi, I'm Ben Lockery, certified financial planner here in the city in a forest, Atlanta, and I've spent over a decade helping families retire with confidence. I help people who are approaching retirement, and I've seen firsthand that the difference between fear and confidence isn't a magic number in savings, it's having a plan. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I'd structure a $500,000 portfolio to give you the income you need while keeping your lifestyle safe from market volatility. Stick around because towards the end, I'll explain how we use asset location, which is simply where you hold each type of asset to make your money last longer and pay less in taxes. The single biggest risk you face at retirement isn't inflation or even the stock market. It's called sequence of returns risk. This means if the market drops in your first few years of retirement and you're pulling out money at the same time, your portfolio can get hit twice as hard. For example, a study by Vanguard back in 2020 found that retirees who hit a bear market early were 31% more likely to deplete their portfolios. And trimming withdrawals just 5% in the first 5 years could have prevented it. Imagine retiring at the start of 2022 with $500,000 fully invested in stocks while pulling out $4,000 per month. With the S&P 500 down nearly 20% that year, you'd not only lose 20%, but the withdrawals would lock in additional losses, digging a deeper hole. The solution isn't guessing the market, it's structuring your money so you can ride out downturns. Here's the strategy I use with clients: the 3-bucket retirement plan. Bucket 1, 0 to 5 years, which is safe, liquid money for your immediate income needs. Bucket 2 is 5 to 15 years, so think moderate growth and income to replenish bucket 1 over time. Bucket 3 is 15 plus years of long-term growth to outpace inflation and build future wealth. This way, you're never forced to sell stocks during a market crash because you already had years of cash flow protected. Bucket 1, the 0 to 5 years, will have $125,000 set aside for your first 5 years of income. This is split between high yield savings accounts and a ladder of treasuries or CDs, so something matures every 6 to 12 months. No market risk, no guessing. This is your paycheck for the first 5 years. Bucket 2, this is the 5 to 15 years, and we're going to have $250,000 and a balanced mix of stocks and bonds, so roughly 50-50 or 60-40. This bucket grows faster than inflation, but with less volatility than an all-stock portfolio. When markets are up, you'll trim gains here to refill bucket 1. Bucket 3 is 15 plus years. So 125,000 fully focused on long-term growth. This bucket is almost all stocks designed to grow and outpace inflation, so you have income 20 or 30 years from now. But there's one more layer most people ignore: where you hold these buckets. Taxable accounts, we keep bucket one here, mostly cash and treasuries, because it's liquid and tax efficient. If you had a larger taxable account, say a few $100,000 more, we'd mix in tax efficient stocks, ETFs, or even individual dividend stocks here. And why? Because dividend paying stocks can offer steady income, lower volatility than growth only stocks, and qualified dividends are taxed more favorably. But since this taxable bucket is small, safety comes first. And then there's tax deferred accounts. So think traditional IRAs or 401ks. This is where bucket two's bonds and conservative stock mix belong, since bond interest is taxed as ordinary income anyway. Lastly, tax-free accounts. These are Roth IRAs. This is where bucket three would go, your long-term growth stocks. And this is where those belong because all that growth is tax-free. Vanguard's 2024 retirement outlook found that optimizing asset location, putting stocks in Roth accounts and bonds and traditional IRAs can extend a portfolio's life by up to 5 years compared to a poorly structured plan. By placing the right assets in the right accounts, you can stretch your retirement dollars further and minimize taxes. If you have a pension or other income streams, you may not need as much in bucket one. If you're more aggressive, you could shorten bucket one to 2 to 3 years of expenses and let more of your money grow in buckets 2 and 3. The point is, this isn't about chasing the highest return. It's about matching your money to your life. If this approach makes sense to you, hit the like and subscribe button below. It really helps us share these strategies with more people. And if you're approaching retirement and want to see how this would look for you, reach out through our website or give us a call. We'd love to help. You can retire successfully on $500,000 if your money is structured with a plan. Retirement isn't just about a number. It's about having a system that protects your income and your future. With the right strategy, you won't just survive retirement, you'll thrive.